You're here today because you believe you have a severe case of brain rot syndrome. Is this correct? Okay. I can see with the obvious dazed over look in your eyes, and this is most likely true that you are suffering from great brain rot syndrome. But since you are having trouble communicating, don't worry. I am going to use my most profound technology to scan your brain and assess exactly what level of brain rot we're working with and what we'll have to do to clean it out and recalibrate you back to your normal settings. Okay, let's begin with the scan. Go ahead and after I press 3 buttons on this cat, it is going to give you a nice CAT scan. No pun intended. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. CAT scan complete. Let's go ahead and analyze this. Scan complete. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we're working with here, okay? Yes, this is the most pronounced spread of the brain rot syndrome I see. It has entered into a variety of regions within your brain, and we will have a lot of work to do to repair you. But don't worry, you're at the best and, well, only brain rot specialty center in this region. So it looks like the main culprit of your brain rot syndrome has been from your intense usage of the app known as TikTok. If you can acknowledge this with a nod or a anything you can muster. Okay, so according to our analysis, looks like you use TikTok at least 20 times or more a day. This is going to account for at least 1,000 to 10,000 scrolls, also known as doom scrolling. This is a very dangerous addiction. Let's see. Twitter usage also very high. Seems to be an overall issue with the addiction to social media platforms, which are known to disrupt and ignite the brain rot syndrome. YouTube, Facebook. The amount of doom scrolling you've been doing calculates to XY8780 dot junction minus calibrating otherwise. Octopus levels. Alrighty. We definitely have some work to do. Your most recent brain rot activities consisted of aliens in the ocean on TikTok, in which you took a 6-hour binge dive down this category, as well as high cortisol levels. Possibly having over 100 different diseases based on symptoms suggested to you by content creators with absolutely no background in medical faculty at all. What else is here? Yes. Fake news, and more fake news, bots, deepfakes, and AI that looks too good to be true. Alright, my friend. No worries. Let's get you started on this cleaning, okay? Look here, please. I'm going to pull up your holographic structure so that we may work more thoroughly in a detailed manner, which will sufficiently unclog some of this brain rot. Okay, once again. Okay. Perfect. This is my android head named Frankus, or Frank, whatever you prefer. What he's going to do, or I should say what it is going to do, is absorb the most severe levels of the brain rot discharge from your holographic structure. Okay? So you can just sit back and relax as Frankus does this for you. You might feel a slight tingling sensation, but don't worry, you're in safe care here. Just going to activate him. I also need to activate your system here. Okay. And just a few coding calculations. Okay. Now we shall begin. He is going to vacuum out the worst part, the outer layer of your brain rot. Okay? Okay, let me see if that did the job. Okay, thank you so much, Frankus. As always, you've been a pleasure. Now I'm going to use a special gua sha comb that has been programmed with nanite technology. This is finely tuned and perfectly crafted to get those little tiny segments of brain rot that really are resistant to other methods of removal. It works like a magnet to pull them out bit by bit. You'll slowly begin to feel more like yourself, more able to compose sentences perhaps. A lot of the brain fog that is surrounding you shall start to dissipate shortly. Okay? So I'm just going to glide this along your different chakric points. We're going to focus on the higher chakric points, as these are what's associated with the brain rot. This is going to be your crown chakra, which is holding a good amount there. Your third eye, which is holding the majority of the brain rot. Your throat chakra, which is controlling your communication or lack of. And a little bit of your heart chakra, because when you get so discombobulated by all this disinformation and misinformation and too much information all at once, it can really do an injustice to your heart and your ability to love and such like that, right? The confusion, the disassociation, etc. So first up top here, it feels like buzzing, okay? Perfectly normal. Little taps, that's all it takes. Crown chakra, just pulling it there. Okay. Just pulling it there. Alrighty, and let's move on to the main area here, the third eye, okay? Okay, now let's move on to your throat chakra. Okay. And reactivate. And right there. Very good. Help you communicate efficiently. Just a little bit, like I said, on your heart chakra. Okay. A little tingling sensation there. Okay. Alrighty. How are you feeling now? Okay. I definitely see an improvement. But we still have some work to do. Let's take a look though. Let me just scan you once more here with a different device. Okay, focus here. Thank you. Alright, let me analyze this. we're about 50% through. All right. Just wonderful. Some tools we'll need. I'm going to take a close-up look of your eyes now, okay? Okay. There we go. There's going to be a bit of a light here. Okay. Can you follow this light? Good. Just follow the light. Good to see where we need to retrieve more of the rod, retrieve more of the just really quickly looking, inspecting. Very good. Inspecting. Okay. This is called the ooze. What the ooze does is it is going to be sprayed around you, around your brain, here and here, okay, both sides, left and right. And it's going to disperse and attach to the regions that are most still affected by the brain rot. It is essentially attracted to the brain rotting element and will eat it. Yes, it's quite powerful and is going to do substantial work to get rid of most of the remaining abscess. Okay? It has a very lovely floral smell. Some say it reminds them of a refreshing cucumber water, something like that. Yes, very wonderful. So, let's see here. Just a few sprays is all I'll take, okay? Okay, here we go. You're just gonna feel that absorbing right in. A little bit got on me. Everyone's got a little bit of brain rot, actually. So it's probably just absorbing some of mine from touching your brain rot. Some of it does absorb into my skin, so it's just retrieving some of that as well. Don't worry about me, I get a full proper cleanse after every session that I work here. So I don't leave with anyone else's brain rot abscess or contaminants, okay? But anyway, let's just focus on you. Okay. Just really rubbing that in there. Okay. Just feel that absorbing into the follicles of your hair and into your scalp. And it's normal to hear kind of bubbling like sounds. Yes, almost like a good shampoo. It's the ooze. It's getting all up in there and taking what it likes, and then it evaporates. Very clever chemical composition. Cleaning you right up from all that chaotic, toxic social Now while that bubbles away on top of your scalp, it's going to take a few more moments. I am going to get us prepared for the final process of this retrieval, okay? Okay. Yes, my goggles are allowing me to see that the ooze has completely dissipated and absorbed the majority of the brain rot abscess that was left. So now, as I said, I was just entering the recalibration codes, and they were processed into this record. This is your own personal record. And what it's going to do is I'm going to activate it, and it's going to play some musical notes, a type of musical frequency that is going to permeate and program and recalibrate your brain back to a neutral setting. Okay. Okay, so let me just activate it now. Thank you. Just need to press play, so to speak. And once this begins to emit the frequency, you're going to feel a really pleasant, sensation, a bit of a warmth permeating into your brain as it just recalibrates and gets you back to a perfectly neutral, comfortable setting, removing the last bits of that brain rot abscess, have you leaving here feeling lighter and like yourself again. We are going to ask that you do abstain from any cell phone use for at least a few days, and that if you do decide to return to using social media, that you keep a balanced usage and try to limit it as much as you can. Touch some grass, pet a cat or dog, those kind of things. Alright, should be ready now. Just let that frequency permeate into your ears. finished. Okay. I'm going to do another scan of you to make sure that we completely removed your brain rot syndrome, okay? One, two, three. Okay, let's take a look. Right. The removal was successful. We have eradicated your brain rot syndrome and recalibrated you. So you shouldn't be experiencing the symptoms of extreme brain fog, disassociation, fatigue, confusion, headaches, insomnia. You should be feeling brand new. Okay, I'm going to recommend that you take a nice hot bath and get into cozy, snuggly pajamas, whatever you wear, and get a good night's rest. Okay? You will probably feel like you want to pass out right away when you get home after doing this procedure. That's perfectly natural, okay? Can I just ask you to rate your experience today from 1 to 10, 10 being perfect, 1 being absolutely atrocious? A 10. Well, thank you so much. And would you recommend our services to friends, colleagues, family, etc., who are also suffering from brain rot syndrome? From 1 to 10 again, how likely are you to rate us? 10. Thank you so much. And would you say that this was a overall pleasant and relaxing procedure? Pretty much painless? Thank you. And would you like to be entered into our monthly raffle? I will just need a phone number or email or your chip ID. Okay, what is that? I see. Alright, I entered into the monthly raffle, offering things like trips and other prizes like that. Okay. Alright, well, it was lovely to meet you. I'm so glad that you're feeling better, and hope not to see you back anytime soon, okay? Remember, moderation. Alright. Bye-bye.